Hi, I'm Caroline Rothstein, and this is Body Empowerment. For this episode, I want to talk about privilege. When I had an eating disorder from age 11 to 21, I was often made to feel guilty for having the eating disorder, as if it were a privileged disorder. I remember one friend specifically telling me I was selfish for being bulimic when there were so many people in the world without food. We are now in a different century and decade, and it is very clear and known to all of us that eating disorders do not discriminate against any social identity or demographic or background. Eating disorders are a mental illness. I was then able to realize that it was important for me to separate the ways in which I am privileged and the impact that has on other people in the world from how I allow it to make me feel about myself. For example, I identify as a white, able-bodied, straight female from an upper-middle-class upbringing and childhood. These privileges are privileges that for many years I felt guilt about. And then I would make those privileges about me instead of the impact they had on other people. If there are two takeaways for me to offer with this episode, it's that one, eating disorders are not a privilege. They do not discriminate. They do not come from a reflection of privilege. And two, if you are someone like me who happens to have privilege with regard to any aspect of your social identity, I urge you to consider finding ways to recognize the impact of that privilege and manage it in ways that help support social justice issues and causes, help dismantle oppression, instead of taking that guilt back onto yourself and allowing it to get intermingled with the other self-awareness work you're already doing from the inside out. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's Body Empowerment episode. Please subscribe to my channel, Caroline Rothstein TV. And you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, as well as my website, all listed below. Thank you so much for being part of this dialogue and conversation.